I'm just going to go through the questions one at a time, give you any more information that pops up that I think may be relative to you, useful to you. Again, this is a very misunderstood concept, and I find that even exploring it it can cause a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety. So y'all, that's like number one rule with law of attraction. If you have fear and anxiety and that's what you're putting out there in the world, guess what? It's going to come back to you. So it is really, really worth your time to reorganize your thoughts, your feelings, your vibration around this particular law. It's part of the universal laws that kind of govern our physical universe. And when we can put our vibration out there in such a way that what we put out comes back to us in ways that enhance our lives and thus enhance the lives of those around us and organizations and systems that we're a part of, that's really ideal. That's a great way to approach this particular law. And this is part of what I help people understand. I just spoke to someone the other day that I've worked with, and they said, I can have absolutely anything I want. This is like the best feeling ever. And that is absolutely true, especially when we give up having to have it in a particular way. All right, so I'm going to go through the questions that came up yesterday. And if you have any other questions, just post them below. I will get to them. We have about 13 minutes for this live, so I'll get through as many as I can. So one question that came in was, is the law of attraction the same as doing intention work? And I think that's a great question. Intention work is our acknowledgement of the law of attraction and its understanding the law of attraction so that we deliberately create intentions. And for Christians, I always suggest that we do this, of course, with like Jesus at the forefront and asking the Holy Spirit for guidance, and that we always do this as part, knowing that our intentions should be in resonance with God's intentions for us. And there's lots of ways to test that in our own lives. And then the intention work is putting the intention out there. So you're literally putting your vibration out there and letting that come back to you, past, present, and future. So it's not that the law of attraction is the same as intention work, except that it kind of is, but it's the understanding and deeply, deeply appreciating and valuing the law of attraction will help us with our energy signature that we put out there with our intentions. We're all doing that all the time anyway. When you really start to do intention work, then you're doing it consciously. That really increases the power and the vibration that you're sending out there. So that's a beautiful question. All right, another question came in. So hold on, I'm gonna kind of summarize it. Someone appreciates the kind of conversation that we've had on law of attraction. You know who you are. Hey, we know each other. And then this is such a great question because this person asked about law of attraction, how that works with institutional oppression and the ways that systems are set up to prevent people from getting ahead. And yeah, I've seen that work firsthand as well. So this person says, yeah, we've seen this. So yeah, I think it's no big secret that the world isn't fair, that there are systems in place that sometimes it's really hard for people to get out of or to feel like they can get out of. So to me, justice work is Christian work. Like we are all called to do justice work. We're all called to do our part of justice work and to work within systems and against systems, depending on how we feel about that particular system, and to correct injustice where it occurs. So sometimes systems like grow and grow and grow, and the oppression grows and grows and grows, and within, kind of thinking about law of attraction, what that system is putting out there is getting reverberated back into the world, into the universe. And when people work to dismantle systems that are unjust, laws that are unjust, whatever it may be, we're also putting that energy signature out there. So it's like two laws of vibration, and where they kind of, if we have a Venn diagram, where they meet right in the middle, we have to make the vibration of justice, of God's justice, bigger than the vibration, the system of injustice. So it gets really complicated, I think, when we're talking about, does someone choose to be in a system of injustice? What about people who experience things as babies or as little children? Are they putting out a vibration that deserves that? I don't really think so. But as a people who are building God's beloved kingdom, we're all called to serve in a way that creates the vibrational and energetic signature to counteract systems that are out of balance, to counteract systems that oppress people. And enabling and empowering people who are caught in those systems to increase their vibrational signature in as many ways as possible helps end the systems of oppression. So the last thing we want to do is to appeal to the law of attraction and say every person that is experiencing oppression deserves what they got because they've created their own reality. A, that's profoundly unhelpful for that person to hear. And B, that doesn't actually empower them. It doesn't matter if we call it the law of attraction or not. Empower everyone within their own sphere to fight the systems of oppression. And then we're doing the energetic work that Jesus came here to show us how to do. All right, so I hope that that makes sense. We can get a lot more detailed around that as well. So hey, everyone who's joining us, it's good to see you. I'm going through the list of questions that came in around the law of attraction. All right, so that was a great question. Thank you for that question, the person who posted that. Okay, the next question, is this all about how I feel? Do we have to be in that constant euphoric state to manifest, or does it come and go? You do not have to be in a constant euphoric state. I don't think that's possible for most people. I know a few for whom that's possible, but it's the overall, like if you look at the bell curve of a day, that the feelings that you're putting out there are the ones that come back to us the most. So for instance, if we're putting out the energy of never and not and what we can't have, that'll come back to us. If we put out the energy of what we wildly desire and what we believe God desires for us in the world, that's what comes back to us. That doesn't mean when I'm at the grocery store, I have to be in a state of euphoria. That would be nice, actually. That would be nice in the grocery store. But it means that I allow myself to be very attentive to small moments that happen to continuously raise me up. And to put me out there in a world in a way that works for me and works for others. Let me give you an example. 2 or 3 days ago, I was at the park and it was a kind of chilly morning. I was walking my dog and I saw the hills in the distance and there was like mist on them. It was just a beautiful day. It was a kind of cold, snappy day that I could tell was going to turn to a really nice kind of one of those winter days that starts cold and gets warm. And I was just walking the dog thinking, I have not done my gratitude practice for today. I've not yet sat to think of gratitude and to feel gratitude. And right then, someone walked past me and said, isn't it a gorgeous day? This is going to be the best day ever. And I just thought of gratitude. So we both allowed our collective vibrations to join and to merge and just to celebrate this moment in time without being anxious about the future or worried about the past. So it wasn't about being in a kind of constant state of euphoria, but being open to all the beautiful things that come along during the day so we can put that out there. But you are allowed to experience normal emotions of grief or sadness or anger. In fact, masking those and squelching those deep down inside is the surest way that they are not going to go away. So actually we have to experience those, and that doesn't mean that we have to be in a low vibration. Experiencing them and processing them without doing harm to ourselves or others is the surest way to get to a higher state of vibration so we can get towards that kind of constant euphoria. False euphoria will never work, ever. Genuine working up to these vibrations is really key and is possible for absolutely everyone. So it's a great question. Okay, I think that was kind of the last question that came in. There was some conversation that happened after that. Kind of the follow-up question was, how do we play the game to manifest something? I love that. So there's really no game. If we look at it as a game, as in like gaming the system, it probably won't have the right vibration. But if we look at it as a game of like, oh my gosh, what a fun puzzle! Like, what a cool universe God has given us that we can appreciate this law of attraction and figure this out for our own lives. That's good. That will work. But yeah, so we do this by being attentive to our vibration, being attentive to our emotions, consciously understanding how the universe works, putting it out there. This is something I get into a lot of detail with my clients when we have our sessions together. We really put forward intentions that we can work on together. And I hold those intentions for people. We hold them for each other. And so I think the surest way to play the game in a positive way is to start to put out there what it is that you absolutely do want in the world that nothing can stand in the way of. Like you will absolutely not let anything stand in the way of that. Make sure that that is in resonance with God's will for you, and then actually like kind of let it go. And that's part of what I teach. That's part of what I help people do. Okay, so this is concluding our Law of Attraction series. Okay. Oh, I love this. I'm going to read this because this like absolutely kind of raises me up. Someone wrote in unrelated news, I'm enamored with the angel on my wall. Thank you. I love this angel. So it's actually a little statue, and I rearranged my office. So you guys used to see my wonderful St. Bridget behind me, which I actually really like, but now she's in front of me so I can look at her. I knew you needed something more visual to see besides only me. So I put the angel here, and she's got some little stones in her right now. I kind of switch out whatever she's holding. All right, so this is the end of our series of the Law of Attraction. If there are questions that you have, reach out to me. You can post below. If you are really ready to manifest in your own life, want to know how to do that, you know how to reach out to me. You can private message me. You can email me. I would love to hear from you so we can really start getting the results you want in your own life. All right, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.